Shalom. Before I begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Brahaba Kakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that still to this very day continue to rule very well, that's feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom to the Hof elect that is spreading this ministry and this gospel to the other members of the Hof elect and giving our diligence to make your calling election sure in faith, truth, and also in sincerity. Shalom. Now, the topic of this video is going to be entitled Occupied in Prophecy, because really, this is a mixture of this title, plus also going to be tackling the subject of also being balanced in this truth, because through the spirit, I was meditating on being occupied in prophecy, and you got members of the Hof elect that is sincere about doing this work, but are not able to do as much as they want to do, which could be a number of things, but still, case in point, we do it to the best of our ability. And also being a part, or should I say also being occupied in prophecy, that's meditating upon the scriptures, because more than likely when you meditate upon the scriptures, you start getting lessons in your head. Do this lesson, you might think about the thermonuclear missiles, you might get a lesson. You think about the mark of the beast, which the RFID microchip might get a lesson on that. Might find leisure time to read, watch videos, which all that is part of meditating in the prophecy, man. Being occupied in prophecy and the meditation thereof. Because we all have other businesses to attend to. But all in all, man, as long as it's done in sincerity and truth, and there's nothing wrong with that, man. Which as far as being in the truth, man, it's more than just breaking down scriptures, left and right, because it all comes down to being humble. Whether you're meek, whether you're humble, or whether if you're really serious about this thing, man. The scriptures speak about being hot or cold, as opposed to being lukewarm, because you can tell when somebody's lukewarm, man, through the spirit. Whether they're doing their 3 videos a week, if they're not able to meet 3 videos a week, which that's why the apostle elders put out the decree of putting 3 videos a week, man. I can't speak for the next brother, but that standard's got to be met, man. If the apostle elders, through the spirit, and that's really Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai through the spirit sending that commandment down to do 3 videos a week. All right, because really that's a sifting agent. All right, it's a sifting agent to see who's serious about this and who's not. All right, that's why the apostle elders through the spirit put down a decree of 3 videos a week. All right, seeing if guys are really sincere about this thing, if they have faith, and they care about the work of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. But not to stray too far off topic, this is going to being occupied in the prophecy, which pertains to the scriptures and this truth of the Bible, which is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and also finding balance in doing that. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the book of Sirach, the 39th chapter, and the first verse. It It says, but he that giveth, it's like you, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies. See? Because the men of the Lord, the men that you see right now that are doing this work, all right, to the best of their ability, we are occupied in the meditation of the law of the Most High, which is what? The main, which is pursuant to the law, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father, in which we can't keep 100% of the law. So therefore, the main commandment that we ought to be doing is doing the work, teaching, going out in the highways and byways, as our Lord Yahushua commanded us to do. All right. Now, for the ones that get simple, you know, does that mean that we completely rule out the law? No, it doesn't. All right, because we are to rehearse the righteous acts pursuant to Judges, the 5th chapter and the 11th verse. You know, not eating pork, keeping a beard on your face, you know, not committing adultery. Those are the things those are part of rehearsing the righteous acts, but also that's doing the work as well. All right, like I said before, it's more than just going out in the highways and byways and breaking down scriptures. All right, which that's a part of it, and that's the thing that we're supposed to be doing. That's the main thing that we're supposed to be doing. But it's more to it than that, man, because, you know, guys see us on the highways and byways and think that, you know, we're just winging it, you know, like it's a free fall, which really this is all in order, man. This is all in order of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, because this is how we deal. But reading it once again, it says, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancients, in which that's another thing too, man. We go into the deep things of the scriptures. All right. And to be honest with you, you know, you had to be super, super deep to understand the scriptures, man. Why is that? Because really, when you go into it, actually, I believe it's gonna go into this in the same chapter. I just got to keep reading. It says, and be occupied in prophecies, in which that's the main thing that we're supposed to be doing, prophesying. That's the job of a prophet. Which is the word prophet or prophecy. If you break down the word, it means to say before. All right, which is what? Telling you that the mark of the beast is going to be fully implemented, which is the RFID microchip. Telling you that martial law is around the corner, which is Jacob's trouble, which is also part of the hour of temptation, pursuing the Revelations, the 3rd chapter and the 10th verse. Those are the things that we warn about, man. All right, and that our Lord is returning to recover the remnant of his people, Israel, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and to bring us back to the land of Israel, and to put our enemies under subjection, and to put Esau in slavery. All right, verse 2, it says, he will keep the sayings of the renowned men, like I mentioned before, the rehearsing the righteous acts. It says, and where subtle parables are, the deep parables, right, he will be there also. He will seek out the secrets of grave sentences, which pursuing the parables, the dark sayings, and be conversant in dark parables. See, it says, he shall serve among great men and appear before princes. He will travel through strange countries, for he hath tried the good and the evil men, and the evil among men. It's like you. Yeah, it's not in this same chapter, but I want to grab it real quick. The one I quoted earlier, if it can come to mind. You know, it's slipping my mind right now. That's like it. Let me go back to it. Bear me for 1 second. 1 second, like you. same chapter. Bear me for 1 second, Akim, while I grab this quick precept. And while I'm looking for this, I'm gonna speak on it while I try to get it. Because in a second, I'm gonna grab another precept pursuing on which I spoke about earlier concerning balance, in which I mentioned before in a previous lesson that pursuing the balance. I touched on it a little bit, but there's also pursuing onto the scripture in Sirach, the 39th chapter. All right, about meditating on the scriptures, in which I mentioned before. We got businesses here and there, to which we're not able to do that, 100% of the time. In which, if we did that, that'd be off balance, man. But that's pursuant to every man that is able to handle the workload. Just like you have a job site, and you got your workers, you got your team with you, and not every worker is gonna have the same ability or the same be able to handle the same workload. All right, you got workers that can handle more loads than others. But does that mean that one worker that can't handle as much load as the other one, does that make them a little, make them less honorable? No, it doesn't. All right, he's doing the same work as the other workers are doing, and whatever work that he can handle, he's going to handle it. All right. But that scripture, I can't think of it right now. I thought about it and it just escaped me just like that, man. But, that's how the spirit is. The spirit is like the wind. But going back, just to reiterate in this Sirach, the 39th chapter, right? And start the first verse again. It says, "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies. He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where so the parables are, he will be there also. He will seek out the secrets of grave sentences, and be conversant in dark parables." All right, which once again, that's meditating on the scriptures. Now I'm gonna go to another precept, which this is the book of Proverbs, the 11th chapter, in the first verse. It says, "A false balance is abomination to the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, but a just weight is his delight." All right, because our Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is balanced, so therefore we ought to be in like manner. We're supposed to be balanced. All right, because the scriptures speak about being not over righteous over much. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Bear me. Right, it's Ecclesiastes, the seventh chapter, in the 16th verse. It says, "Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself?" See, when you do that, you're destroying yourself, man. All right. You're exhausting yourself. You know how you exercise or run. People literally they can run themselves to death, man. Or somebody that's overworked, they can overwork themselves to death, man. And that actually, those are actual cases that happen. A person that overworks themselves and they just drop dead. But it's according to every man's ability. Actually, I'm gonna get that in a second. I'm gonna read this first. It says, I'm gonna read again. It says, "Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself?" Now, on the other hand, right, on the left-hand side, it says, be not over much wicked. And it says, it's like it. It says, be not over much wicked, neither be thou foolish. Why shouldest thou die before thy time? Okay. Now, grab this next precept before it escapes me like the last one did. Now, this is the book of Matthew, the 25th chapter, and the let me start at the 14th verse. It says, for the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his severability. See, now every man's going to receive the same amount of talents. There's a reason for that, man. All right. You know, it's also going back to, we mentioned this before a couple of times or a few times, but just to reiterate about the human body. You know, the body has different members, and each one has a different function, and one body serves a greater function than the other. But if you consider the body, you know, the smallest part of the body, you still need that. All right. Like the pinky toe, without the pinky toe, you can't even keep balance. All right. Without your thumb, you know, your thumb that's attached to your hand, you can't even grab anything firmly. So even the smallest member of the body is important, man. All right. So once again, it says, and unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his severability, and straightway took his journey. See? So every man has their severability. Now going back, grab one last precept and I'm gonna close it on out. It says, actually I'm gonna grab 2 because I see 2 right here. Proverbs, the 16th chapter and 11th verse, it says, a just weight and balance are the Lord's. All the weights of the bag are his work. All right. So a just weight and balance belong to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right. It's not tipping over to the right, too much to the right or too much to the left. All right. Like I'm read in Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter, it said, be not over righteous, or neither be over wicked. Now, one last precept, Proverbs, the 20th chapter and the 23rd verse. It says, diverse weights are an abomination to the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and a false balance is not good. All right. Now, this verse, if you read the next verse, right, it says, man's goings are of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. How can a man then understand his own way? See? So it says, diverse weights are an abomination to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and the false balance is not good. So therefore, the Lord is going to direct the man's goings, because a man can't understand his own way. You know, we don't even understand the things that we do. All right? Because even Paul, the Apostle Paul, made statements on that, saying that the things that he would do, he doesn't do. All right? But the things that he don't want to do, he does that. All right? Why is that? Because once again, man's goings are of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So even Paul was affected by that. Paul, you know, as great as he was affected by this same precept, you know, because the Lord was the one that was directing him, directing his steps wherever he go. So therefore, he's directing our steps as well, man. So that's why it's up to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for us to even keep a balance in this truth. All right. But that's pretty much it on this video, on this lesson. You know, Slacky, if I went left field on this precept, or went left field on this topic. You know, I was thinking about, you know, being meditating in the scriptures, but also keeping a balance. You know, I try to put those two together and make a concise and understandable video. But Lord's will, now that I say that, only the elect is going to be able to understand anyway. So, but Lord's will, you members of the Hopefully Elect were edified by this video. It might be all over the place, slack you. But once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach HaKodesh. And Shalom, salutations, Shalom to the Hopefully Elect that's continually laboring in this work, and also double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that are still to this very day continuing to rule very well. Shalom. And until next time,